Hi everyone, it's Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today for a chop and chat video, and I'm going to be chopping up a bunch of stuff that's going to be in my August melting basket. So I just uploaded that video. I'm trying something new. I'm doing a melting basket for an entire month instead of an entire week since I'm going back to work, and I'm hoping it's going to work out for me. There is no way on earth I'm going to get through everything in that basket, so yeah. But I am going to go ahead and just chop up everything that needs to be chopped, because even if I don't use it all right now, it'll still be nice to have it chopped for later. So I'm using the same setup as I did for my last chop and chat. Hopefully it works out okay. I can't really control the lighting in this room, so it is what it is. I will say it looks a little brighter today, which might be good, but I don't know how this is affecting the way the wax looks. So hopefully it's all right. I just have some natural light coming in this way and then my room light behind me, but anyways, is what it is. So I'm just gonna be doing some get to know you type questions. I just literally Googled get to know you tag questions and I found a bunch. So I'm gonna go through those. We'll talk a little bit about what I'm chopping. So I don't know how long this is really gonna be. I've got some buns. I've got a wax cake from Pharmacist's Daughter. I've got a couple chunk muffins from Rose Girls. I've got a few more buns like this from L3. I have one 4-pack fluted tart from L3. And then I have 4 of these bakery bags from Southbound that I just want to pull out the bigger chunks and chop them up. So that's what we're looking at. I'll tell you as much as I can about the wax as we're going through. This is what I'm chopping with today. I have 2 of these. Just picked them up on Amazon. They work totally fine. I've even used them to chop big loaves, and it works fine. I just chop the loaf in half, and then I just kind of go and make slices all the way down. Totally good. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing I'm gonna actually be chopping is this, and this is not for my August melting basket. This is just a bedroom scent. So I've mentioned before, I keep my bedroom scents in my bedroom, so I don't keep them with the rest of my wax. So I like to have them chopped kind of ahead of time. And so this one definitely is more of a wintry Christmas scent, but guys, that time is coming faster than we even know. So these are like a light purple. Again, I don't know if the lighting is messing with that. They are very, very light purple, like nearly white. So this is Lavender Frost from L3, and this is a blend of lavender, Christmas trees, vanilla bean, Noel, sugar cookie, and toasted mallow. And this is really good. Definitely smell that Christmas tree. I love it. Okay, so I just chopped my buns into quarters and then put a quarter into my warmer at one time. All right. So the first question is, do you have any brothers or sisters? I do. I have one younger brother. He is 5 years younger than me, and it's funny, he was actually born on my 5th birthday. That was a little bit uneven. And so, yeah, the day I turned 5, my parents were in the hospital having my little brother. So, pretty exciting for me. I'm 28. That makes him 23. And I feel like we're just getting to that stage in our life where we're really starting to enjoy each other differently than when we were kids, and so it's been kind of special. So I've really enjoyed getting to know him as an adult versus how we knew each other as kids. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite food? So I love food. I don't really have a favorite food, but when I would be asked this when I was younger, I would always say my favorite dinner meal is spaghetti. I don't know what it is. I just love spaghetti. And then this is a tight squeeze. And then my favorite, oh, this smells so good, you guys. My favorite snack forever and ever was hot Cheetos, the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I still love those, but now that I'm an adult, the quantity in which I can eat them is much smaller. So not quite as good as they used to be. I love berries. I'm definitely a berry person. Berries, and I love I'm a fruit person. I love Mexican food. That's one of my favorite food types. So yeah, I'm not really picky when it comes to food. I like to eat, so yeah. All right, the next thing we're gonna chop is, should I get like all my buns out of the way? Maybe we'll do that. So the next thing I have is this bunt, and this is strawberry cheesecake ice cream, and this was from the most recent ice cream sampler that L3 put out with one of the recent pre-orders. This smells so good. There is something about strawberry and ice cream, like putting them together, that I just absolutely love so much. And this is just so good. So I'm really excited to melt this. Okay, the next question is, what kind of phone do you have? I have an iPhone 11, I believe. I'm always like a few steps behind, and I feel like Apple's been coming out with so many new phones lately. Like, it used to be that I was only one phone behind the newest phone, but now with the iPhone 11, I literally feel like I'm like, what, 3 phones behind? We've had a 12, we've had a 13, and I think there's a 14 coming out. And like, when I get a new phone again, most likely I'm not going to get the newest version. It's just so expensive to pick up the newest one when you could just pick up like an older one. So honestly, I'll probably go from the 11 to like maybe the 13 by the time I get a new one. My phone's working just fine, so I don't really have a reason to go out and grab a new one right now. So next question is, do you speak any other languages? I do not. I tried to take Spanish in high school, and that was really difficult for me. I think I took 2 years of it, and it was hard. I had one teacher who had taught high school Spanish for a long time, and then he did this exchange program with a man who came. So my teacher went to Mexico to teach, and I think to teach English, and he came from Mexico to teach Spanish to us, and it was this exchange program for the teachers. And he was a teacher, so he knew how to like work with kids and to teach, but he was not very patient with us, as far as like, Spanish was not our native language, and it's not like we had the best of the best Spanish teachers before that, so it was really difficult. And I personally had a hard time with that teacher. I don't think he liked me very much, and it just was hard for me. So never caught on to Spanish. And then I took sign language in college, and I took only 1 semester of that. That was pretty fun. So, but don't speak it fluently, obviously. So pretty much no, just English. Just an English speaker right now. I'd love to learn another language, but it's so hard and it takes time. Okay, the next thing I'm melting is another bunch. This is wild berry mousse, blackberry jam, buttermilk pie. So this was from the buttermilk pie sampler that came out a few pre-orders ago. Okay, so the next question is, I don't know why I'm closing that. This smells so good, by the way. I love wild berry mousse. I almost wanted to hoard this one, but can't do that. I like to start going this way because I can line up with these like ridges, and then I can flip it. Okay, the next question is, where were you born? So I was born in Northern Nevada, born and raised, still there right now. So if you don't know, Northern Nevada is not Vegas. That's usually a common misconception. Everyone thinks that if you're from Nevada, you must be from Vegas. Vegas is Southern Nevada. So I'm in Northern Nevada, and yeah, born and raised here. I was born where I currently live, raised about an hour away, and then moved to the city I was born in. But the city I live in and the city I was born in was really pretty much the closest place to give birth at the time for women, and so that's why I was born an hour away from where I grew up. I grew up in a very small, almost rural town. I don't consider it as rural as some, but definitely a small town. Okay, what is your favorite hobby? Ooh, this is a good one. So I have a lot of hobbies, and I tend to like go back and forth with my hobbies, but lately I feel like I finally found some things that I like can stick with. I love to read. I love, right now, like I'm really enjoying wax, and I'm really like enjoying wax as a hobby. So exploring fragrances, melting it, sharing it, super fun. And then, okay, the next thing is, oh, another, wait, was that wild berry mousse? Did I? Oh, so I pulled out 2 wild berry mousse scents. Cool. So this one's wild berry mousse, lemon chiffon, vanilla ice cream. So another one from the vanilla ice cream sampler. Another hobby, smells so good, of mine is reading. So I love to read. I really got into it when we were stuck at home in 2020. And I started reading, and then it just kind of has stuck around. I listen to a lot of audiobooks because when I'm busy, it just is easier. So I just actually finished my master's degree and I was teaching full time. And so it was really difficult for me to do a lot of like reading of real paper hard books. And so I did a lot of audiobooks, and then I ended up getting a Kindle. And so I read mostly at this point, I read on my Kindle or I do audio, but I have a really nice bookshelf with a lot of good books on it. So I'd like to, since this will be my first year teaching, well, not my first year teaching and not being in school, but I was getting my master's for 2 years. So I had 2 years where I was teaching full time and getting my master's, and I'm finally not doing that anymore. And so I'm really excited to get into some reading again. And then I love to go camping. Camping has been like a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. So I go camping with my family. My husband and I bought our first trailer actually we bought it in January of 2020. So that was pretty fun. And then what else? I did take up knitting for a while. So that was one of those hobbies that like went in and out for me. I took that up also when we were at home in 2020. I took up knitting. So those are just a few things that I like to do in my spare time. I don't have like a ton of spare time, to be honest. Oops, I lost my questions. So I kind of pick and choose the things I want to do the most. All right. The next thing I'm going to chop, I think I'm going to save this for last because I hate chopping those things. I guess we'll get into my muffins. So the first one from Rose Girls is Blackberry Slurp. So this is Blackberry Cereal Killer, Rice Krispie Treats, and Sugar Milk. And this one smells really good. I love blackberry scents. And then it's got like that, like just that nice cereal note in it as well. So I know with these, Jenny from Rose Girl says you can take like a fork and just like stab it in the middle and it'll kind of fall into 4 pieces. I tried that when I cut out my last muffin. It did not work. I ended up having to just chop it anyway. So pretty much what I do with these is I try to cut it into 4 even pieces, but it usually breaks into more. So I just kind of chop it up. However it goes is how it goes. Okay. The next question is, what is your favorite subject in school? So as a learner, my favorite subject is probably, hold on. As a learner, gosh, I love to learn. So like, okay, as a learner and as a teacher, I would say my favorite subject for both is science and math. So I got my bachelor's degree is just in elementary education. And then I got my master's degree, and it's like I can teach, I think K-8 is what I am licensed to teach. And then my master's degree is in STEM education. So that's, if you don't know, science, technology, engineering, and math. Basically, I have a master's in science and math. And that is my absolute favorite subject to teach as well. I love teaching science and math. And I'm really passionate about finding ways to teach it better in the primary grades. Particularly for me, I teach kindergarten, and there's a lot of people out there who believe that kindergartners can't have science and math taught with the same rigor as like upper grades, upper elementary, high school, middle school. And no, I mean, they're 5 and 6. Like, no, you can't do all the same things, but there's still so many cool things you can do with them, with science and math. And so that's what I've been really passionate about since getting this degree, is like finding ways to bring that into my kindergarten classroom. because I teach kindergarten, and really allow them that same kind of education in sciences and in science and math as older kids get. So I am really excited about that. So that's like what my passion is when it comes to teaching and learning. And I just like to layer paper towels on top of each other, as you can tell. And then, okay, hold on, sorry. So as you noticed, that just kind of broke up. And it does, like once you put one cut into it, it kind of does just fall into pieces, which is fine. Okay, the next question is, how old are you? I am 28. And so this one is cucumber, Swedish dream salt, and bamboo and hemp. This is also from Rose Girls. Okay, how old are you? I'm 28. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Honestly, hopefully with kids of my own. I'm already married. I'm already like loving my life. I don't plan on like quitting teaching or anything. So the biggest thing in 5 years is hopefully having started a family. Okay, what is your favorite color? So my favorite color would have to is purple, but then like a close second is, that's a good chunk. A close second is like teal. I also love orange and yellow, which I know is like not a popular opinion, but I do. Let's see. I'm skipping some that don't. Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather live in the city or the country? So currently I live in a city and I like it. Like we don't have intentions of really going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think both of our jobs are here. We like the convenience of restaurants and stores and all of that. And where we live is not like, it's not like a city like New York or San Francisco or LA. It's a city, but it's a small city. So, but if I could like live anywhere, like have my dream, I would want to live in more of a country type setting. And I would want to live on a big ranch house, whether like we have a ranch or not, I don't know. My husband might want one, I don't know. But I would love to be a stay-at-home mom, and that would be like my dream. Who knows if that'll ever happen. I do like have this dream of building my own home someday. So maybe it could, you never know. You never know. Okay, the next one is, what kind of music and what kind of movies do you like? So I'm gonna go ahead and chop these up next. This is Bonfire Bliss Mallow Fluff from L3. I just cut these fluted tarts in half, although I don't know, I might cut these in quarters. I don't like bonfire scents, so I think I'm gonna quarter these just in case they're too strong for me. Okay, music and movies. So music, I like pretty much anything. My favorite for a long time was country. Still love country, but I definitely I can listen to anything. I don't think I really have a favorite. One of my favorite artists is Ed Sheeran. He's like one of my faves. But I don't really have I guess if I can only pick one music to listen to forever, it probably would be country. Just because I've loved, hold on, I need to find the middle. Ugh. Okay. Just because I've loved country basically for my whole life. And so I could see if someone said, okay, you only get to listen to one type of music for the rest of your life, that would probably be it. And then movies, I am not a huge movie person. I like rom-coms. I like some just straight comedies. It really depends. I do like scary movies, but I can only take them in small doses. But I will every once in a while have the urge to watch a scary movie. I like scary suspenseful movies, more like thrillers. I don't really love horror movies. But I do like a good thriller. Okay. Sorry, I don't think I'm cutting these very even. Okay. What is your favorite vacation? Ooh, so I haven't been, I've been a lot of places on the West Coast as far as like in the States. But my husband and I, for a belated honeymoon, we went to St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and that was, to this day, my favorite vacation. We did like we spent a lot of time at the beach. We spent a lot of time in like the downtown area, eating really good food. We went on like a catamaran cruise. And our big like thing that we did was we went on an excursion to the British Virgin Islands, which was a lot of fun. And when we did that, we like ate lunch over there, we snorkeled, we explored some of like these rock formations. So that was super fun. Funny story, not really funny. I'm still a little bit salty about it. But in March 2020, we were supposed to go to Scotland. We had it booked, we had it paid for. And of course, you all know what happened. We did not get to go to Scotland. And thank goodness, we were supposed to go right around, like, I think everything started shutting down here like March 13th. And we were supposed to go like, I want to say that week right after that. Like, I think we were leaving like the 17th or 18th. And luckily we saw this coming back in like that February. And so we did end up canceling then. But looking back, had we gone, we probably would have ended up stuck in Scotland. So I'm thankful that we didn't, but I'm really sad that we didn't, because I feel like, I don't know if I'm alone in this, but even though I'm not afraid to travel, like I would totally go, I feel like right now in the world, nothing is the same as it was before. And I just don't really want to at this point in time. So hopefully in the future, things change and maybe for the better, and traveling will be more appealing to people like me. But right now, yeah, it's just gonna stick around home and enjoy. You know, we were so fortunate. We bought our house in 2019. And so we've really been able to spend these last like 3 years just enjoying our home. And yeah, it's been sad that we haven't traveled much, but you know, we've done little things here and there. We've gone camping and stuff, but I went to Denver. It's not, you know, but we have really gotten to enjoy our home. And so I'm so grateful for that. So, you know, at least we have our little house that we can be cozy and happy in. So, okay. The next one, do you have any animals? So before I answer that, this is Stars and Stripes from Pharmacist's Daughter. This is one of her wax cakes. This is cream soda, rainbow sherbet, and cotton candy. That label's coming off. This one smells really good. But it definitely, something happened to this. This order had an ice pack in it, and the ice pack did nothing except ruin the labels and like discolor the wax really strangely. So yeah, see how that's like, I think there is white on there, but still it doesn't look right. I don't keep these, so now that I'm chopping, this is just like gonna actually be my little trash can, so I don't keep those. Okay, so what was the question? Do you have any animals? So any pets? Yes, I have a dog, 2 dogs. So we have, ooh, this is falling apart. We have, I don't know if I've talked about them before on my channel. We have a dachshund, purebred dachshund, miniature dachshund, and we have a rescue who is a Chihuahua mixed with a dachshund, and they are the best dogs. They are a lot of work. If you have a wiener dog, or if you are like close to someone who has a wiener dog, then you know how stubborn they are and how much work they are, but also how much fun they are. Our rescue, who's part dachshund and part Chihuahua, he is much better behaved and he can still be stubborn, but he's definitely less stubborn than his brother. And yeah, we got like that with that dog. His name is Ollie, and he has like the best qualities of both breeds, because both of those breeds, dachshunds and Chihuahuas, can be, you know, they have their quirks, and he definitely got the best qualities of both. So we're so grateful for that. So his name is Ollie, and then our dachshund, our miniature dachshund, his name is Chip. And Chip Chippy is a lot of work. He is a funny dude, but man, is he just a lot. He's a lot to handle. So, all right, so this one crumbled. This wax, I don't know, this Pharmacist Daughter wax, like, is pretty soft. It's weird because it doesn't feel like it until you start chopping it, and it's like all over me and all over my fingers. And I did not microwave any of this. So this one smells really good though. I'm excited about this. Actually smells better since I chopped it up than it did before. Okay, let me unlock my iPad really quick because that's where my questions are. Let's see. The next question is, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up. There's just one in here I need to chop up. This is lemon cream puffs from Southbound. Okay, my favorite ice cream flavor is, I have a lot. I love cookies and cream, but I think if I had to, like, if I was going to Baskin Robbins, here, let me do it this way. Okay, at Baskin Robbins, my favorite flavor is their pistachio almond. So good. But then, like, at Cold Stone, I love their birthday cake remix. It's like they do their birthday cake ice cream, and then they do, they like mix it with brownie and sprinkles, and it's delicious. So these shape bags, I wanted to show you guys. So they come with, like, I never can show you great in my hauls. So if you've never seen a Southbound shape bag, they come with all these different kinds of shapes. So like this is a little ice cream scoop, and like the ice cream scoop, and then like this little, looks like a little piece of chocolate, are perfect size to pop in your warmer and go. I find with Southbound, larger chunks of wax do work better, as opposed to some vendors where less is more. So all of these, this is a little piece of bread. So cute. A little cinnamon bun swirl, a little pie. So all of these are perfect to just pop in your warmer. But then there's always like bigger pieces like this, which it's about the same size around as some of the other ones I was showing you. However, it's thicker. So I'm just going to chop this in half and it'll be perfect. I also think I'm going to, let me see if there's any other questions that just like look like I need to answer them. There's this whole website's really kind of cool. Let's see, sibling questions, no. Okay, sorry, I'm like looking through these these questions. I think I'm gonna stop there with those because I also wanted to talk a little bit about how I'm feeling about my wax lately. So particularly, I want to talk about how excited I am for fall wax because I put this August basket together, and don't get me wrong, I am like super excited about all this. I think I picked out some really good stuff. See, that might even be too big. I don't know. I'll just put it in my bigger warmers. So I'm really excited about everything I picked for my August bin. But I yesterday went through and reorganized some of my wax because I finally think I found a system. I'm pretty much at this point just organizing by vendor. I had tried organizing by shop, I had tried organizing by scent. So I have one of those rainbow, if my phone wasn't attached right now, I would show you because it's right next to me. I have one of those rainbow cart 10 drawer organizers from Michael's that I'm using. And at first I tried to put all my bakery scents together, all my coffee scents together, all my fruity scents together. And then everything just kind of started blending together as one. And it just wasn't working. So I've now got it organized just by vendor. And I honestly think, even though I know some scents probably shouldn't be like right next to each other, honestly, I think that this is going to work better for me. And so I will show you guys my collection at some point. But anyways, yesterday when this is Island in the Sun. Yesterday when I was organizing my wax, I ended up needing another tub for my, I gotta do both of those, for my Christmas and fall scents. So I have 2 tubs each now. Those are not in the 10 drawers. Those are in separate tubs because I only will use those at certain times of the year. And I was just like smelling everything and I was like, oh my gosh, I particularly can't wait till Christmas. I love like tree scents. Oh my gosh. And then the fall scents, I think, this is so cute, you guys. I don't even want to chop it. The fall scents that I think I'm going to, by the way, this is a bathroom scent for me. So I'm going to probably be able to get like 4 to 6 melts out of that. So, what was I saying? Oh, the fall scents that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going for this year are going to be the apple scents. And I had mentioned that in another video that I felt like the apple scents were going to be my go-to this year over pumpkin. And I feel like every year it's a little different, like what I choose to have. Maybe I'll just do like slices of this one. And so I think this year my go-to is definitely going to be apple because I've really been enjoying all of the apple scents. And so I'm really excited. Let me know, what is your favorite fall scent? I don't really like pumpkin pecan waffles, but I do like pumpkin scents. So like pumpkin spice scents are really good. I'm just not a big fan of pumpkin pecan waffles. So let me know what you guys think. What are your favorite fall scents? I'm also having like this like melancholy feeling of leaving all of my summer scents behind, which I know sounds really silly, but I'm like enjoying my fruity scents so much. And I know I can melt those scents still in the winter and fall and everything, but I know that's like not what I'm going to be in the mood for, especially when the weather starts to get cold. So I'm thinking, the next one is Island Cotton Candy. I'm thinking that for my September melting basket, this is a nice big flower. So I'll show you some of these. Hold on. Pause that note on my September melting basket. I want to show you some shapes. So this is a big flower. This is a little flower. I think my light just flickered. That's a little bit disturbing. Okay. There's a rose. We've got a little flamingo and a little bee. So all of these I can pop into a warmer. I'll probably would put like these two together in a warmer unless there's other really small ones in here. I've got this flower, perfect size. I've got this little ladybug. So probably actually I would put these two together, the ladybug and the bee. And then the flamingo could go on its own in a smaller warmer. And then I've got a popsicle. And last but not least is a little butterfly. So some of them, when I get down to these really small pieces, like I may put like these two together or these two together. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll start working them into my bathroom or in the room I'm currently in right now, which is my spare room / office, where I just have a plug-in. So for this, I'm just going to chop up the flower probably into 4. And then after this, I only have 1 more left. So back to what I was saying about my September melting basket. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like half and half. Originally, I was thinking of just doing fall scents because I know myself, and by the end of August, I'm going to be like wishing for fall scents, and I might sneak a couple in that aren't in my melting basket. We'll just have to see. But for September, for sure, I know I'm going to want a decent amount of fall scents, but I also know that I'm probably still, like, it's still going to be hot here. It does not cool down like fall, winter weather should until usually sometime in October. I mean, we had Halloweens when I was a kid where it would be hot trick-or-treating. And then we had Halloweens when I was a kid where it would be so cold trick-or-treating. So it was never like, it's never consistent. Like some Octobers are cooler than others. Some are hotter. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think. What scents would you like to see in my September melting basket? I've got pretty much, like, if you said, oh, I want to see lots of zucchini bread scents, I'm pretty sure I've got lots of that. Or like, oh, I want to see lots of pumpkin scents, or I want to see lots of apple, or hey, I would like to see some fruity. I just have a ton of everything, and I'm really kind of sad that my fruity scents are going to be being put away for the most part until like probably February. So okay, and lastly, I have this to chop. This is Party in the USA. This is a creamy peach scent. So good. I love Southbound's peach scents so much. And her strawberry pound cake, you know she has my favorite Princess Peach, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned. I find a way to sneak that in every single video. And I know you guys have hardly ever seen me melt it, and that's because I only had a loaf. I only had a loaf, and I went through most of it really quickly, and I think it was just in this, it is in my August melting basket because I have a tiny bit left. But I did order a bakery bag of it because she just poured it again, a bakery bag and a wax cake. Really disturbed and really frustrated with myself that that's all I got. But anyways, so this is very similar. It just doesn't have the strawberry pound cake, but it's still so good. So this one came in a star, which that's what I'm going to cut up. Popsicle. I love, this was so pretty the way she did this. Some little stars. What else? Ooh, there's a heart. Oh, that's cute. It's a flag. A heart with a flag. Another popsicle, another star. I haven't actually looked inside this bag yet to see. I love this one. That's so adorable. I think there's one more star I need to cut. Yeah, so another star, another big star, and then in the bottom there, there's just three more popsicles and one more heart. So I will not finish this because I'm gonna probably hoard it a little bit. I'll probably only melt it one time in my open concept this month because I don't want to like waste it all. So I think I'm just gonna cut these in half and then we'll see how they feel. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that one's a little giant. Let's cut that one in half. They're crumpling a little bit anyways. Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about, are any of you teachers? And if so, how are you feeling? Ah, shoot. I dropped a piece in the carpet. I hate when I do that. How are you feeling about going back to school? Because I don't know what the situation is like where you live. I actually feel like we're pretty lucky. Our school is not short any teachers. I know district-wide we are, but if you're a teacher, you probably get the feeling of just like everything is feeling so weird right now. And I'm excited to go back. Like I get to the point in the summer where I'm ready to go back, but also I'm a little bit nervous about what things are going to look like until something changes, because it just seems like every year, I kid you not, I think the easiest year of teaching over the last, from 2019 to now, was actually the year we initially returned from the pandemic. So the 2020-2021 school year. That was the easiest year. Then last year was way harder for some reason. And I'm just like, this year, I'm like, please, can we just have an easier year? Because I am about to lose my mind. So I'm just wondering how other teachers out there are feeling, if I have any that watch me. Because I'm feeling a lot of mixed emotions. Like I'm excited to get back, but also nervous about what kind of year it's going to be, if that makes sense. So anyways, I am going to be heading into school this evening. My husband's working a little bit later tonight. So after I feed our dogs and stuff this afternoon, I'm going to head in and get a few hours worth of work done. I'm pretty much have my room set up. But I have, all the miscellaneous things and then all the planning and stuff. So anyways, that was the last thing I had to chop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am thinking, so I should have talked about this instead of teaching, but whatever. I am thinking I'm going to do, so I have one empties video coming up. And I'm going to do that probably, honestly, I should probably film that. I'm thinking I have some things I'm going to empty this week still, so probably should look into filming that like on Monday. And then at that point, I'm actually considering doing one melting basket video a month. And then actually just at the end of the month, updating you on my melting basket. So not necessarily doing an empties, like standalone empties video, but more like a, here's where I'm at with the things I melted this month. And some of them will be empties, some of them won't be, some of them will just be partial empties. So what do you guys think about that? I'm trying to find ways where I can still get content out to you guys when I'm super busy back at work. And it's still meaningful, if that makes sense. And then I would really like to do one chop and chat each month too, so long as I have enough things to chop. So you guys can always leave questions. If you want them to be like chop and chat questions, just leave them in the comments below and like label them as such, so I can kind of collect them. And then I can do that. I just smushed some wax into my desk. And then I can do that with each melting basket video, if that makes sense. So let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I chopped up a lot of good stuff today. Really excited to get going with this melting basket. This particular basket would or should have started on August 1st, but I didn't think of doing it this way until like August 1st. So I actually had a basket for this current week, which is August 1st through the 7th. So I'm trying to work through that particular small basket, and then this big giant one that you guys just saw and what I just chopped for will start on Monday, which will be August 8th. So really excited to share that with you guys, and I'll let you know at the end of the month what I get through, what I don't get through, how I feel about things. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.